Welcome to BenBinFro Thought for the Day for Monday the 2nd of November. Our reading is taken from the NIV Bible. Psalm 1. Psalm 1. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Not so the wicked. They are like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to destruction. Psalm 1 is a wisdom psalm, written by King David, one of the 73 he wrote. It's known as a wisdom psalm because there's a structure of two roads and a choice ahead of us. We see a similar emphasis on the law from the book of Proverbs. These psalms focus on the value of wisdom and living a wise, godly life, as opposed to an ungodly one. Psalm 1 gives us a clear distinction between the righteous and the wicked. Wisdom literature in the Bible divides humankind into these two absolute categories and does not recognize a third. There is no middle ground. Another theme in wisdom psalms concerns the present fortunes and the ultimate destinies of human beings. The first and the last words of Psalm 1 give us these alternatives. Blessed is the righteous person who delights in God's law. The ungodly, on the other hand, will perish. From Genesis 13, verses 11 to 13, and Genesis chapter 9, verse 1, we see an example of a biblical person that flirted with evil and lost. That was Lot. The opposite example of a righteous man is Joseph. Read Genesis 39, verses 1 to 12, and note how Joseph refuses to allow compromise to take its toll, even when Potiphar's wife offers him everything. What are the tree-like characteristics listed in verse 3? Read those again. That the person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. What great picture language. Attractive to us all. The prophet Jeremiah talks about the godly with tree-like roots in Jeremiah 17 verses 5 to 8. A flourishing life is the result of maintaining an uncompromising walk, delighting in God's word. As you go through your week, reflect on compromise and ask yourself these three questions, potentially slightly probing. Are areas of your life showing signs of spiritual compromise? Does your life resemble the kind of tree described in Psalm 1 with strong roots? Are you benefiting from those roots? And finally, should we simply put an end to some things that are dragging us down? In the week ahead, a week of change, a week of new news, often not what we'd like it to be, can I suggest that we spend a few minutes delighting in the presence of the Lord, that he is with us now? Tell him in prayer how much you love him and how much you desire to be righteous.